This One's Wife. Crying Makeup Man Devalued. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. What I'm about to explain to you demonstrates a key aspect of the way that this one's wife sees people and the way that she treats people. People are appliances. They are objects which are there to be used by the narcissist. They are not autonomous individuals with their own hopes, fears, desires, and needs. They are simply there to serve the narcissist. They are there to be controlled, to provide fuel, character traits, and residual benefits. If you want to understand the way that the narcissist regards you or any other person, watch my video, You're a Toaster. It will drive the point home to you. That is important viewing. The narcissist has a fuel matrix. Read my book, Fuel to Understand More, available on Amazon. Link also for the Knowledge Vault where you can find it. In that fuel matrix, the appliances, people, are ranked tertiary, secondary, and primary. Friends fall into the category of secondary sources. They are of a non-intimate nature. Thus, they are labelled non-intimate secondary sources. I label them as such to drive home the fact that you are simply a commodity to be used by the narcissist. You are not viewed as a person. Crying Makeup Man, Daniel Martin, thought that he was good buds with this one's wife, that his association with her allowed him to have a taste of fame, that allowed him, as the lick-spittle lackey, to appear on her programme. But it would appear that he has fallen foul of the corrective devaluation, and it might possibly lead to potential disengagement, given this one's wife's history of disengagement with secondary sources. Look at how she's treated family members, who are also secondary sources, former friends, who are also secondary sources. She has a significant track record of using people and not just placing them on the shelf, which is what narcissists usually do with secondary sources, but actually disengaging from them. What's happened to the Crying Makeup Man? Well, according to Richard Eden, writing in the Daily Mail, Daniel Martin has become such a good friend of this one's wife that he made repeated appearances on her lifestyle show with Love Meghan. It has left some critics bemused. My colleague, Jan Moir, for example, described the American makeup artist as charisma-free, saying of Martin's starring role in the second series, or rather part 2 of series 1 of the Netflix show, "Here he chops vegetables, repeats everything this one's wife says, and makes too many references to his diminutive size. This is too small for my big manly hands," he notes. "Mine is small and mighty," he says of his flower creation. Moir continued, "One can see this one's wife's malignant influence as the show's executive producer here, because in the real world, any television executive worth their salt flakes would have said, 'For God's sake, lose the weird bald guy.' Yet here is Daniel again, prowling around the kitchen like a damp pink blancmange, a pal whose friendship with this one's wife does not make him interesting. Well, of course not. She's not interesting. Now, Martin, 52, has discovered that however close you are to the American former actress, and however much you lavish praise on her domestic skills on camera, you are never far from disaster. Or, to put it more in my speak, when you are involved with a narcissist, you're walking a tightrope, because you will, at some point, inadvertently threaten the narcissist's need for control, which will result in you being devalued. Last week, he posted a video on social media about his trip to France with this one's wife. In it, he explained how he had achieved her look for the Balenciaga show at Paris Fashion Week, which the Duchess had asked to attend in support of the brand's latest creative director, Pier Paolo Piccioli. Martin claimed that his work had made her look even more juicy and glowy. Permission granted for you to retch. He said, "We just wanted to keep everything light, fresh and radiant. She just flew in and your skin gets dehydrated from the plane. So I just wanted to bring some hydration back into her skin and just bring some life to it. Oh, chase me." He then concluded, "I would love to get her in a lip one day. This one's wife, if you're watching this, let's do a lip. I'd love to see you in a lip." However, earlier this week, Martin deleted the post, leading to speculation that this one's wife may not have been best pleased with what he had said. Crying Makeup Man spokesman, yes, he has one, declined to comment, but a source close to this one's wife told Richard Eden on Monday that Martin had removed the video because he had failed to refer to all the beauty products used on the trip. In other words, he failed. This threatened this one's wife's need for control, and therefore she told him, ditch the video. And because he is enthralled to her, that is what he does. The source suggested that an updated version of the video was likely to be posted at a later date, i.e. that Crying Makeup Man made it good, but 3 days later no such video has been posted. Even if Martin does eventually share an updated video, he will have learnt a valuable lesson. Well, will he? That friendship, in inverted commas, with this one's wife involves doing what the Duchess wants. Indeed, it does. Or, as husband Prince Harry is said to have once put it to Angela Kelly, dresser to his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth, what this one's wife wants, this one's wife gets. Crying Makeup Man has been a friend of King Charles's daughter-in-law since he did her makeup on cable television drama Suits, and he's become one of her most outspoken defenders, taking to social media to attack her critics in the most personal way after part 1 of the first series of With Love Meghan was broadcast. One Instagram user, Maria Sampson, a London-based fashion design student, commented an article about the first episode in which this one's wife prepared bath salts for Crying Makeup Man's stay at her home. "It's got to the point where you just have to laugh now," Sampson remarked. At this, Crying Makeup Man, who did this one's wife's makeup before her royal wedding, took grave offence. In response, he mocked Miss Sampson's fashion designs, which she displays on her Instagram page. "Like your designs," he jeered, adding that Miss Sampson didn't have the status to dare comment on this one's wife's handiwork. "Don't come for my friend without receipts," he warned, melodramatically. Crying Makeup Man did not confine his extraordinary efforts to defend and celebrate her to just one form of social media. On Meta's threads, he responded to a random question about who was responsible for the music used in With Love Meghan. "It's all this one's wife," he declared. "She's the superstar DJ." What an arse licker. Well, for all of his defending of her, for all of his championing her, look where it's got him. A corrective devaluation. Yes, he failed to do something, and as a consequence of that, he threatened this one's wife's need for control, with the consequence that he gets a corrective devaluation where he's told to remove the video, and he complies, desperate, of course, to receive her favour and approval. As Richard Eden has pointed out, it remains to be seen whether a revised video will be posted. It also remains to be seen whether disengagement will occur for Crying Makeup Man, or whether this is simply him remaining on the shelf whilst receiving a corrective devaluation. But what it does demonstrate is very clearly her narcissism at work. With her inherent need for control, where an appliance threatens that need for control, that appliance becomes painted black and it must be punished. And thus she issues a corrective devaluation by telling him off, instructing him, "You must now remove the video." Nobody is immune from the devaluing behaviour of the narcissist. Spouse, husband, wife, brother, sister, father, daughter, son, friend, colleague, boss, nobody. Anybody that threatens the narcissist's need for control must be dealt with. More evolved narcissists tend to utilise more benign methods, charm for instance. In the golden period, of course, control is obtained through the application of benign manipulations, but for someone like Daniel Martin, Crying Makeup Man, he's just found that the cometh the threat to control, cometh the corrective devaluation. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.